If buying a home feels out of reach, it's usually not because prices are too crazy or because the market is impossible. Most of the time, it comes down to a few financial decisions that don't feel like a big deal in the moment, but quietly add up and block the path to homeownership. They're common, they're fixable, and a lot of people don't realize that they're even making these mistakes. So today we're breaking down 5 financial mistakes that can kill home ownership dreams. And more importantly, what to do instead so you don't get stuck. Now, if you're already thinking, well, this doesn't really apply to me, I'm just waiting until things improve with the market, with the interest rates and all of that. Well, that's exactly why this matters. None of these mistakes feel like mistakes when you're making them. They feel reasonable and they make sense, and that's why they're so easy to miss. So, number 1, focusing only on your credit score and not credit use. A lot of people treat credit score like the finish line. If the number looks decent, they assume that the rest will work itself out. But credit score is only one piece of the picture. What lenders also look at is how your credit has been used, not just what the score says today. 2 people can have the same score and very different outcomes. One might carry balances month to month, use most of their available credit, and have several small payments spread across different accounts. The other might use credit lightly, keeping balances low and have fewer monthly obligations. Even though their scores may look similar, their risk profile doesn't. People often think paying off the wrong account will fix everything, but in some situations, closing an account lowers your available credit and actually works against you. Paying balances down thoughtfully can sometimes improve things more than paying an account off entirely. Now, why does this matter? Credit use directly impacts how much house you can afford, not just whether you qualify or not. What should you do instead? Well, shift the question from is my score good to is my credit working for me? That mindset alone puts you ahead of most buyers. And this is where people often get frustrated because no one explains this part very clearly, and people assume they're doing everything right until they're told they need to wait longer than they expected to qualify for a loan. Clarity here saves months of stress. Number 2, taking on temporary debt that isn't temporary. This mistake always starts with good intentions. You need a reliable car. You want furniture that fits your space. You're offered a no payment for 12-month deal that sounds harmless. The issue isn't the purchase, it's the timing. From a lending perspective, debt isn't about when payments start. It's about what you've committed to pay. Deferred payments still count. Buy now and pay later plans still count. And promotional financing still counts too, even if the bill hasn't even arrived yet. And what makes this frustrating is that these decisions often happen right when someone is finally preparing to buy. Now, why does this matter? Because new debt doesn't just affect approval, it affects flexibility, and it can lower your price range, increase your interest rate, or require more cash from you up front. So what should you do instead? Well, if buying a home is on your radar, it's important to think ahead before taking on new debt. Ask yourself, will this make the home buying process harder in 6 months? If it will, that's your cue to pause. Now, if you're watching this because you're considering a move to this area, as a realtor, I have created a relocation guide that's linked below in the description, and it'll walk you through some of the things people usually want to know about when they're considering making Shreveport-Bossier home. You can click on it in the link below in the description. Okay, let's keep going. Number 3, draining savings without a plan. Some buyers technically qualify, but only by using almost everything they have. On paper, the deal works, but in real life, things feel very tight very quickly. Home ownership shifts expenses in ways people don't always expect. Utilities often are higher. Maintenance becomes your responsibility instead of the landlord's. Insurance and taxes can change. Without reserves, every unexpected cost feels like a crisis instead of an inconvenience. So why does this matter? Savings isn't just about emergencies, it's about confidence. Buyers who keep reserves make calmer decisions. They enjoy their homes more and they feel secure when life happens, because it does. So what should you do instead? When you're planning to buy, think about savings as part of the process, not just something that gets left behind at closing. Homeownership should support your life and not strain it. Number 4, changing jobs or income structure too casually. Career growth is usually a good thing, right? More income, more flexibility, more freedom. Who wouldn't want that? But lending guidelines prioritize predictability. That's why changes like moving to commission or being self-employed or reducing your guaranteed hours can slow the buying process, even if your income increases. It's not personal, it's just about risk assessment. So why does this matter? Timing a career change without understanding the lending impact can delay buying longer than expected. So what should you do instead? Plan job changes with the bigger picture in mind. Sometimes adjusting timing by just a few months protects years of effort and preparation. Number 5, waiting for perfect timing instead of preparing. This is the most common mistake of all. Waiting feels responsible, and people think they're being cautious by watching the market, waiting for rates to go down, waiting for prices to change. But waiting without preparation quietly turns into inaction. Markets shift and life changes. Opportunities come and go, and the people that move forward aren't always the one who timed things perfectly. They're the ones that were ready when their moment came. Why does this matter to you? Preparation creates options. Waiting without preparation removes those options. So what should you do instead? Shift your focus from timing to readiness. Learn your numbers. Strengthen weak areas gradually and stay informed. That's how you stay in control. Now, I'm not a lender or a mortgage loan officer. I'm a realtor, but I want to make sure that you are informed about these mistakes because without your financing in place, home ownership can seem like a far-off goal. Now, the best bet when you have any questions is to reach out to your loan officer or to your lender. If you don't have one, you can contact me and I will do my best to connect you with someone here in the Shreveport-Bossier area that can answer your questions and start you off in the right direction. Now, here's the encouraging part. None of these mistakes mean that you're behind. They just mean that you may not have had the full picture laid out yet. Home ownership isn't about luck or perfection. It's about understanding how the pieces fit together and making intentional choices. Clarity changes everything. Now, if you're still on the fence as to whether or not you should even buy a home, you've been renting for a while and you think it would be nice to be a homeowner yourself, well, click here to watch this video where I compare buying to renting. You might be surprised at the advantages.